Hey, I'm Chris. I'm a digital marketer, and I've been in the industry for 4+ years now. And I help beginners land 6K plus a year digital marketing jobs without any prior experience or education. And I want to tell you my story on how I built my own experience and getting into digital marketing and getting a digital marketing job. So, starting off square one over here, I got a marketing degree at a university, but I realized that I got no real skills from it. So I learned outdated theories, did some group projects, some case studies, but I didn't learn anything about the skills that you need to work in digital marketing in today's age. No meta ads, no Google ads, no talks about any relevant tools or softwares. Most college curriculums are too outdated, too slow to really actually pick up all the new trends and tools and skills in today's digital marketing landscape. So if you're worried that just because you didn't go to college, you didn't have a degree, that you can't get into digital marketing, you should be fine. As long as you learn, you can build a portfolio, showcase your projects, and have good character, you're coachable. That's more than enough for a lot of companies. And in college, I realized that it was not going to prepare me to get a digital marketing job, and I had zero job ready skills. And a thing that a professor told me was that most marketing graduates actually end up in sales. And I think sales is very valuable, definitely one of the top skill set to learn, but I really wanted to land a digital marketing job. So I knew I had to do something and get experience. So second was gaining real skills through real world experiences. So I made sure that I was going to trying to find internships, freelance work, local work. So my first experience in the marketing world was from a nonprofit, and it was unpaid. I was managing social media posts, growing the social media accounts for this nonprofit, and editing videos, making content. And then after that, I started networking with local businesses. Started getting paid once I, started working with multiple different local businesses, worked on freelance projects. And through those, I learned Google ads, Facebook ads, did some Amazon ads, Shopify, and learning about basic funnels. And all this really helped me in the future because I was able to leverage all that experience, document all of it, put it into a portfolio, put it on my resume, my LinkedIn, and that right here, the real world experience is invaluable. It's going to be more valuable than any degree you get. So after that, third is packaging my experience. So like I said earlier, I built resume, portfolio, and a LinkedIn, making sure all of that was optimized to show that I had the experience, the skills, I brought actual results, and I can do what I'm applying for when I'm looking for a digital marketing job. So I highlighted specific tools I use: Meta ads, Google ads, Shopify. I made sure to turn client work, my freelance projects, even do your own mock projects into case studies. Make sure to put that in portfolio website. And then I optimize my LinkedIn, making sure I got specific job keywords, sprinkled that through my LinkedIn profile with a portfolio link. And fourth, I applied strategically using AI. So I believe back then when I was applying to jobs, ChatGPT wasn't out yet. So I actually had to manually contextualize each resume, cover letter by hand. But nowadays, if you're watching this in 2025, you could easily use any LLM, ChatGPT, Grok, and it will help you contextualize your resume, cover letter, LinkedIn profile for you, so it'll be way quicker. So just making sure that you had a smart job application strategy and process. So using ChatGPT to tailor resume, cover letters, and you need to apply to at least 5 to 10 jobs minimum a day, if not more. But that's the minimum threshold, 5 to 10 jobs a day. And I focused on roles that had portfolio alignment with. So I was doing a lot of paid ads, website design, Shopify. So I was applying to specific paid advertising roles. And the next spot, 5, the interview feedback loop. So I made sure all the interviews that I landed, I made sure to record those interviews. If you can record through your screen, or you can have your phone on voice memo mode, just have it right there on the side, so that way you could pick up everything. Any of those work. So you can record your interviews, make sure you kind of review the different questions they ask, the answers, so that way you can be prepared, for future interviews. And then let's say you get rejected, you ask for feedback. So asking for feedback is really important because a lot of companies will tell you what things you could work on, like, hey, we wish you had a little bit more Google Ads experience, or experience with meta ads, stuff like that. Or, yeah, we didn't really think that you answered this part too clearly. I think asking for feedback is really important, so make sure you do that. Not all companies are going to give you feedback back, but there's a decent amount that will. So that's really valuable information for you to use and then learn and get better on. And practicing questions out loud to improve confidence. So making sure that you Google, ask ChatGPT very common interview questions for the specific marketing role you're going for. And once you start getting interviews, recording those interviews so that way you can understand the questions that will be asked, because you can prepare for questions. Google, ChatGPT will provide a list of very basic, generic, marketing interview questions, but there are definitely going to be a handful of questions that they will not know, and they might be very specific to whatever role you have. Like if you're applying for a paid ads role, this specific role does Google search. They're going to be asking very specific uh, questions on how you build out the campaign, how you optimize, how do you increase results without increasing the budget, stuff like that. So just being sure you're prepared for all of that. It's very important. And then the last block right here, you get hired and you negotiate the terms. So here, for me, I was able to go through multiple different interviews, got multiple different offers, and I decided to choose the best offer. And it's good if you have multiple different offers, you could leverage that and negotiate different terms, salaries with one another, because once a company goes through all the vetting, all the interviews, and you get to the offer, they're not just going to let you go just because, hey, I actually have another offer here. Can you do something? Can you match it? Could you possibly beat it? They've gone through a lot of work to vet you. So once you get the offer, you actually do have a lot of leverage. So make sure you use that. So for me, I got the offer. I made sure to, ask strategic questions before accepting, making sure I got the best deal. You can definitely look up your different, the company and the salary range. I know Glassdoor, pay scale. You can definitely look that up and just go in knowing specific numbers. You negotiate pay, making sure, yes, you have your remote set up. If you're applying for a certain digital marketing job, some are going to be remote, some aren't. For mine, it is remote. So I got that checked, and the responsibilities, making sure I understood all the responsibilities for the role that I got. And yeah, then build a real world foundation from there, from my current paid ads job, just stacking more experience, getting more projects done and putting them into my portfolio and updating them. And you can just keep building that momentum from there. And yeah, that's basically my story. So these 6 right here, that's a quick overview of how I built my own experience to get a digital marketing job. Hope you guys found that valuable. If you're interested in learning how to land a digital marketing job yourself, click the link below to my website. You can get the free video guide, and I map out everything there for you. All right, guys. See you on the next one.